wonderful people of the internet. Tis I, Vegan of the Bear, and today, in today's FPS, I'll be playing as Joanne, the ever so lovable barbaric marshmallow, and I'm here with.
Hello, I am Winona, and I'll be playing my little wizard boy Scribbles and his son Scratch.
Wonderful. So we begin the scene at a library, of course.
Yes, a library. The library in Toontown, more specifically, as Scribbles is doing some research for today. He's been doing a lot of tutoring lately with like winter exams coming and going, and say he's now able to have a little bit more free time to go get back in his own studies. And
Well, the
you
door
get
swings open and a new toon has entered the library. A little white one with really frizzy and messy green hair, and she's wearing a red coat. It's kind of chilly outside, you know.
it's snowing. It's pretty cold outside.
The marshmallow enters and they begin looking around the library. And as they're having a bit of trouble, and it's really obvious with how much they're struggling looking at every single one of the books. And they seem to half-mindedly wander over to the area with Scribbles, looking really closely at some of the books and trying to figure out what each symbol on it means.
Do you want to make a perception for me?
Perception check, something that Joanne is most definitely really good at. 17.
Apparently, you notice right away that the way that you've wandered around the library, you sort of now gone to the more academia sort of section, so it's a little bit more sparse than some of like the regular like fiction and nonfiction books that most people usually tend to be around. And you see is a you notice it right away because he's the only one in this area right now, is a UPA in tune that is has a mage hand with a stack of books, has a stack of books in his own regular hands, and trying to reach up to a shelf, like very like he's on a little stepping stool, but he almost looks like he's gonna fall over trying to get this one blue book.
Oh no. uh, I am very much tempted to say possibly make some sort of like dex check to see if you fall over from the weight of the books.
Yeah, let's see. Let's make a dex. Why not?
Dex.
Let's make a dex check.
Scribbles, please be safe.
He's actually,
23.
despite the way he looks, he's actually pretty stable.
Joanne, the marshmallow, seeing all of this, just kind of like wanders over, and they're carrying with them like this comedically large book, like the biggest and heaviest academic book you can imagine. And they just walk over and are like, you doing all right there? That looks pretty heavy.
Oh no, I'm fine. I just am a little bit. I can reach it. I can reach it. And he's trying hard, but he can't. Obviously, he can't reach. It's like just out of his out of his like finger grips, like his like top of his like middle finger is like getting the edge of the book, but can't really get a good grip on it.
I imagine like your Scribbles is shaking a bit under the weight, trying to stop all of the books from falling.
Yeah, it's
And
like yeah.
and the dude is just kind of looking at Joanne's just kind of like looking at Scribbles, just like they have kind of concern on their face, and with their elbows they nudge the bookcase uh enough that the book that okay, so sorry, brain, please. So
Mm.
Joanne nudges, hitting their elbow against the bookshelf, making it wibble wobble a little bit, and
Uh,
Conveniently enough, the book that Scribbles wants falls right into his hand.
oh, thank you very much. Say, a little bit short. A little bit short. Say, should have got a bigger step ladder as he steps down on the. As he steps down, and the mage hand lowers itself to put so he can put this book on the stack.
That is a lot of books.
Well, I've been doing a lot of research lately, and I need all the books that I can.
Hmm. What are you researching? And she's kind of like looking down the spines, trying to like read every single one of those, but again, not understanding any of it.
It's a mixture of like magic books, but also as much as a there are only like maybe one or two of them, but there's some more books on genius loci that have been officially published that weren't like research papers. If she could read, at least that would be what she would be seeing. I'm just doing my own.
She can read very little, like barely anything.
There's a lot of Latin in there. You don't know. I'm pretty sure Joanne is say there's a lot of Latin words in these books.
But yeah, Joanne is just looking at this, looks at the little scrawny wizard that's going to be carrying this whole pile, and she's like, "Are you sure you need every single one of these?"
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
no offense to you, but I feel like you'd snap like a twig underneath the weight.
I mean that's why I have this mage hand. I can carry it helps carry it for me. I don't really need to be that strong.
Sorry. Shoot. Okay. Who? Joanne is just looking at Scribbles. She isn't really sure on what to do here, but she's looking at the stack of books, looking at the scrawny little wizard and the hand that is like floating and hovering. And she doesn't know how much the hand can carry, but she's assuming it's not a lot. And with the rest of the weight, yeah, no, Scribbles is going to be having a lot of trouble.
Yeah, say Scroll doesn't really like say he's just like he's smiling. It's like this is why I have magic. I say I have most of say I have the magic do the heavy lifting for me, so you don't need to worry about me. But though I thank you for the concern, and thank you also for help me get that one book.
Well, if you ever do decide that you want to become stronger yourself, I actually have a boot camp if you want to join.
Oh, a boot camp? Or say you're a
Mm-hmm.
teacher too? Say he like say he doesn't like put down the mage hand, but he sort of like leads her over to a table where there's like a couple piles of books that he's been collecting.
Well, sure. I'm not actually sure myself how much your uh hand thing can carry, and she's just kind of like squinting at the magic hand, like, But, in case you do not have magic, it'd probably be great if you could lift things on your own.
I mean, I haven't really needed to before, though at the same time, he's sort of like is a he's sort of like looking at the books just and then sort of looking at her. It's just like, well, I've been trying new stuff lately. I wouldn't say maybe I'll try this boot camp. I had never been to a boot camp before, but how bad could it be?
Perfect. And, like, out of her coat, she pulls out a military helmet, reaches inside of it, having her hand kind of like disappear into it, and she pulls out a little card, handing it over to Scribbles.
Oh,
And written on it is UMA.
UMA. What does that stand for?
United Mercenaries of America. Do not ask her what America is.
Scribbles is silent and looks at this business card, then looks at this toon, then looks at this business card. And this is more of this expression to like, this might as well happen today. He's met some crazy people already here. He's like, sounds good. And he's gonna reach into his hammer space. Okay, and he pulls out his business
I
card.
forgot to roll hammer space. Okay, shoot.
It's
Anyway.
It's okay. He pulls out his business card, and it says Scribbles Magical Tutoring on it, and has his information in the back. I may be free, maybe in the next couple days. Maybe I'll come visit this boot camp.
Alrighty. And she
Uh,
kind of like tucks your business card into her helmet and slaps the helmet onto her head, being too lazy to put it back where she got it.
but
The helmet is clearly too big for her. Like, it covers half her face. Anyway, go ahead.
yeah, and he's like, right. Though sorry, I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Scribbles. Scribble Scrambles. What's your name? And he reaches out a hand to shake.
Perfect. And with that, Joanne grabs Scribbles' hand really firmly, like, and is shaking him up and down, making like this cartoonish cowbell sound as she does so, and
I
she
need to
says,
make something.
"Joanne Doe."
He does not take that well. He is shaken like a rag doll. He is from her momentum and strength.
Yeah, she's a strong lass.
She's a strong lass, and he is feeling every single muscle of it. His hair becomes wilder curls as he is set down from the handshake. He's like, Oh, jeez. Yes, nice to meet you, Joanne. Woo. As he as he sort of leans on the table now, trying to get his head straight.
And she kind of like winces back, like, yeah, she really needs to get that under control. She looks at the pile of books. Say, how about I help you with the pile?
Sure. Yeah, that would be very nice of you. I mean, it'd be very nice.
Okay, so she grabs a handful of books and she kind of like nods her head, like, come on. Or do you have any more books?
I think these are all the ones I'll need for right now. I'll say, let's get going.
All right, and the two get going over to the apartment.
All right, and we jump cut to the camp.
Yep, jump cut. It's been a while, maybe a few months, to give Scrambles some time for his exams, for his research.
So he doesn't really need that much time. It's just like, it's just more light studying. Mainly for the exams are for the people he is tutoring. So maybe this is like a few days later.
Enough. Few days later, and Scribbles, you make the unfortunate discovery that the boot camp is all the way out in the Warren Desert.
Yeah, and he's able to get to the Warren Desert and to this boot camp, and he's just like, well, good thing I'm a toon. As the power of jump cuts compel him to be able to get over there, until he was like, oh, this may be more of a thing than I realized, but I'm not backing down now.
You come to the desert, you come to a particularly odd area of it, and because now the sand has turned from this bright saturated yellow to this really weird red. The sky isn't no longer blue, it's a hot pink, and everything seems a little off-colored here.
Interesting. Good thing I left Scratch back in my apartment. I'm not very sure if hopefully the spells that I prepared will be enough.
After a long while of walking, you have come to the front gates of the UMA. Go ahead.
And he looks at the gates. He's looking for like a place to like knock in quotation marks.
Well, you're standing right at this big, like, fortress door esque thing.
Yeah, he's a little bit perplexed by this. And he's just like, dang, this is a very big fortress, and he doesn't even know how to like get their attention. It's just like he doesn't know the proper procedures of this.
Okay, I really want to quickly do this as, like, Scribbles is, like, wondering. He reaches his hand up to, like, maybe knock, but
Yeah,
the fortress doors swing open right before he can do it. And you know what? Just for funsies, make a dex
yeah,
saving throw to see if you get hit by the giant doors.
yeah. Let's make a dex save for the giant doors. Yeah.
Okay, you are hit by them, and well, Joanne's confused at first. Nobody's beyond the door, and she was expecting Scribbles to be there. She quickly realizes what has happened. She runs to the back of one of them to see uh, Scribbles just like plastered onto it.
Yes, like birds are over his head and is in that toonish manner as and, like his hair is very wild scribbles. He's just like almost to the point of knocked out, but he's not knocked out just yet. The very dazed and being plastered to the wall.
Joanne flicks one of the birds away, forcing the others to fly away before they also get flicked. She peels you off, shakes you out, and just plops you upon your feet.
Oh. Hi, Joanne. Oof.
Glad you could make it here.
I
hope
mean,
the trip hope the trip didn't take you too long. You feeling good?
Uh, no, not too long. The power of jump cuts is a lucky that we're tuned.
Wonderful. Yeah, it's really lucky out here.
Yeah, very different from the rest of the desert. I will admit it's interesting, but I am prepared as I can be for this sort of physical training.
Perfection. That's the kind of spirit I want around here. And she leads you around to the front, and she shows you off the camp. Surprisingly enough, it's not that big, and hey, conveniently enough, I do have a map.
Ooh, nice.
Please share.
Oh yeah, I remember that map. You showed me that once before.
Yeah, it's a fairly old one, but I still have it.
It's a good map.
She pats your back once more as she leads you inside, showing you every single one of the cabins. She points out the storage, the mess hall, the cabin where you be spending the night if you ever so decide, her office, everything.
Well, this is a very nice camp.
Thank you. I built it with my own two hands, completely from scratch.
Oh, that's very impressive.
Hmm. And she's kind of like beaming, really smiling. Yeah, she's proud of herself.
Aw, nice. Uh, so where do we start?
Well, let's begin with who? Where do we begin? Joanne kind of like looks down and she looks over at him. Well, let's begin with your uniform. We don't want your clothes getting all dirty.
I mean, he looks down like he sort of came prepared. He got some more workout clothes on before coming, but he's like, if it's
Cannot tell.
yeah, if you insist, I say I wouldn't. I'll take a uniform if it's customary here.
Joanne kicks down the storage door and she begins rummaging through the different boxes. Within there, there's all kinds of different supplies you can find. All kinds of different weaponry, boxes, crates. It's a mess in there, really.
In Scribbles, you can make an insight check on Scribbles.
Oh boy, great fun. Oh, another thing that Joanne's great at.
No, there's nothing wrong with this boy. Nothing wrong with this boy at all. He is not totally in a little bit of a tizzy just because how disorganized this place is. He's just not like, "Oh my god, I need to organize this right now."
It's not disorganized within the sense that everything is everywhere. It's for the fact that it's really packed, and to those who don't know the place, it seems like a mess.
Yeah, he does not know the place, so this seems like a mess to
No.
him, and she can't tell, but he's very much, he wants to organize this now. He's just like, oh dear God, my OCD is acting up really badly.
Joanne pries one of the boxes open with a lot of force, and she goes through the different, and she's going through the many different little uniforms, and as Scribbles is kind of like standing there, like, oh god, I gotta clean this up, he gets hit square in the face with a red uniform.
Oy.
Come
Okay.
on, must be your size.
Okay, as he, like, looks for a place to change.
Joanne points over to like a wall of stuff that should conceal him, and she goes over to like this row of boots and is trying to find a good size for him.
Okay, we're doing this, okay. As he goes over awkwardly to where he would be hidden from Joanne and puts on the uniform.
Which, funny enough, I also have an image of.
Yes, and I love it. I say, hopefully it'll show up on the recording.
This is the outfit that you are put into, Scribbles. It is a red cameo.
He like looks at the outfit, looks at himself, sort of looks down and is like, huh, it actually fits pretty good. And say, she's a pretty good judge of size. Okay. Let's see. He just like takes a deep breath and literally he's like, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Hopefully I won't die today. I still need a plan. I still need to go on that date. As he then comes, he like says to himself as he then comes out. Joanne, say, where can I put my clothes? Where can I put my clothes while we're doing this? As they are folded neatly in his arms.
Joanne just kind of thinks for a while and says, "Oh, you can drop it over at the cabin."
All right. I'll go do that. I'll go do that. As he goes to the cabin and puts it in maybe an empty bunk that he finds.
Surprisingly enough, there's plenty of empty bunks there.
Yeah, he just like neatly puts it on an empty bunk and like goes back to the storage area to find her.
Joanne is now standing outside. She isn't in full uniform like him, but she definitely is wearing the same combat boots, red pants, and now has a drill sergeant hat on. Also, funny enough, covering half her face, just like her helmet.
Nice. All right.
Your first day out here?
Yes.
Alrighty, for beginners, we're going to start with attention. You bring your feet together, you straighten your back, put your hands to your side. It's a sign of respect.
Oh, of course. As he does what she says.
Joanne is just kind of like standing there looking at him as if he did something wrong.
Yeah, Scribbles is just like is nervous. It's like I did what she said. It's like he doesn't want to say anything. It's just like waiting for her to say something.
You know, around to do things loud. Come on.
Loud? Yeah, he questions.
And she does the same thing. She does exactly what she says, but she does it snappy, and you hear a bit of a click as her two boots come together. Loud and snappy.
Oh, okay, I will try. And I'm gonna roll performance for him, which is a straight D20. But let's see how snappy this boy can be. Not snappy at all.
Don't worry about it. It'll become better with time.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty, before we get on to the exercises, we're going to need some warm-ups. Come on, drop down and give me 10. And, well, she claps her hands together.
Oh, 10 what? Push-ups, sit-ups, what other ups there are? I don't know.
Oh boy. I'm gonna need to teach you a whole new vocabulary here. Alright.
He's a
when you
nerd.
drop down and I'm asking for 10 push-ups. Come on, soldier.
Okay. Let's see how well he can do a push-up.
Alrighty, roll strength.
Probably, I would say,
Or maybe.
athletics. Either one, it's the same.
Yeah, athletics. 10.
He's average.
It's an average, yeah. You're doing great for the first time, and Joanne is just she's squatting down, she's counting aloud. She's counting to you 1, 2, 3, and as you're going up and down.
Yeah, he's going up and down. It's just like, oh boy. He gets flashbacks of gym class.
This ain't your ordinary gym class, son.
No, he's just like, oh gosh. Now I remember why I didn't like gym class.
At least your gym teacher didn't yell at you. Or maybe he did, I don't know.
Baby.
As you finish up, Joanne gives Scribbles a good slap on the back, like, good job there, Sonny.
I'm gonna make another strength. Yeah, he falls to the ground. He's like, yeah.
Joanne grabs you by the scruff, puts you back onto your feet, and now is demanding, come on, 2 laps around the camp.
Oh, laps? Oh, how many?
I said 2 laps.
Oh, I didn't hear the number of laps myself. Okay. He then's like, all right, as he goes to run around the camp.
It's a great warm-up, honestly.
Yeah, it is a great warm-up. And he just runs around the camp, and even by 2 laps, he's already pretty. Let's see how winded he is. What would be a good one for that?
I would say Constitution, possibly. Because
yeah, Constitution.
There's the heat of the sun, because surprisingly enough, it's really hot out in the desert, despite it almost being winter.
Yeah, because it's desert, so... No!
No!
Scribbles can't handle the heat! He doesn't even get around the first lap, maybe only halfway on the first lap, and he's, crawling.
Joanne just watches him crawl upon the sand. 1. Come on! Second one, come on!
Yeah, Scribbles!
She's trying to cheer him on.
I'm trying, Joanne! It's so hot!
Joanne once again picks you up by the scruff, plants you on your feet, and just. Alright, let's stop the warm ups here. I don't want you winded before we get to the real fun stuff.
And he actually makes that noise. I'm afraid to ask
okay.
I'm afraid to ask what's our first thing.
First thing. And Joanne's thinking. She hasn't really thought this far.
Oh, Joanne.
Oh boy, brain's lagging.
It's okay.
Well, I guess. Why not start over at the obstacle course? See what you can already do.
Alright. I could do that. And he, in his head, he's like, maybe. What does this obstacle course look like?
She brings you over to what the obstacle course looks like. And honestly, Scribbles, I'm gonna tell you this. It looks terrifying. This ain't your average, like, gym obstacle course. There are hurdles, there are places where you gotta pull yourself up, and it all ends in this huge wall that you have to scale.
He is regretting his choices in life right now.
Gym class. All over again.
This is gym class from hell from him. He's just like. He's like.
I mean, with the red sand, it might as well be.
Yeah. Is there a easier obstacle course?
Joanne looks at the course. Well, she kind of, she snaps for you to stand in place as she goes back over to the camp. She returns back with a bunch of logs, which she, with her own hands, hammers into the ground, creating a hurdle and a simple little swing. Well, how about we start with this?
Scribbles sighs in relief. He's like, yeah, I can handle that. I can do that. And what do you want me to roll, VB?
I'm going to say roll athletics for the hurdles.
Alright.
First.
Alrighty. Oh, that's a that one! Oh my! Okay, for everyone listening, that was a nat 1, but Scribbles Athletics is a -1, so that's a 0!
As Joanne blows the whistle, Scribbles, you launch yourself at the hurdles to begin the obstacle course, tripping over the very first one.
He gets a black eye from hitting the hurdle in the face. I want to see if he gets. With that bat, I want to see if he gets knocked out. If it's above 10, he's fine. If it's below 10, he gets knocked out.
You could just flip a coin.
He gets knocked out.
Oh my god, Scribbles!
This is a scrawny ass wizard.
The funny thing is that the hurdle wasn't even that high. Joanne made sure it was simple and easy.
Again, this is a wizard.
There's a moment there. Excuses. So the screen fades from black to suddenly there being color, and you can hear Joanne like calling for you, like, "Are you okay?" Oh my gosh.
Uh,
Scribbles,
oh,
quickly wake up.
uh, Joanne, what
How's the day,
happened?
Misha? Well, unfortunately, you tripped over the very first hurdle, hit your head upon the second one, and you knocked out. You blacked out.
Ah, I see. You
Which is
know,
really impressive.
I feel like I can hear your sarcasm. Ugh,
Surprisingly enough, it was not sarcasm. I am genuinely impressed.
that I did so horribly?
Not ever once have I seen a person trip over a hurdle like that.
Oh, jeez.
You have achieved the impossible. Congratulations.
He just holds his head and it's just like, I mean, there's a first time for everything. Ugh. That was easy. I come on. He just like shakes his head. He's like, all right, put me back out there. I can do this. I need to at least be able to jump these like the most simplest hurdles. I gotta at least be able to do that.
Are you sure, Sonny?
I
I don't want you hitting your head again.
If I hit my
And then
head and knock myself a second time, then you could make me call it quits.
maybe we should skip the hurdles and go over to the rope.
Uh, all right.
Unless you are insisting.
Uh, let's go with the rope. Let's see if something. Maybe hurdles aren't my thing. Let's try the rope. Maybe we can go back to the hurdles later.
Joanne claps her hands and points over to the rope. Just skip the hurdles and go right over there. And she kind of like hurries you over there, reaching back to her enthusiasm in her drill sergeant voice of telling you, like, come on, go, go, go.
All right. As Scribbles runs over to the rope.
Alrighty, but
All right.
okay, let's teach you how to scale the rope. And I personally do not know how to do that, so we're just going to assume Joanne shows you on how to
Yeah.
properly climb the rope.
Fair
Hitting
enough.
the top, just hitting the top of the frame, and then sliding back down. Like, you got that?
Got it. And can I argue acrobatics for this one?
Yeah, you could say acrobatics.
All right. Come on, Scribbles.
I am going to tell you, after the hurdles incident, she is totally spotting you at the bottom.
Yeah, and Scribbles is a little bit better after she like told him how to properly climb the rope. He sort of used his lightness to his advantage and just quickly able to get up there with no problem, slap the thing, and then slide back down. Woo! Yes!
Great. Now you know how to climb the rope.
I do! It's a start!
It's a start, all right. And you notice that she brought out extra logs again with her. And she begins hammering down 2 more. And it's a pull-up bar.
Oh, pull-ups. My greatest enemy.
Well, here at the boot camp, we're gonna teach you how to become good friends.
He squints at the bar. He's just like, we'll see.
Joanne kind of leans against it. This is Jeremy. Jeremy, this is Scribbles. You two have fun. Come on. She claps her hands, telling Scribbles to get over here.
As he goes over to the pull-up bar.
Hi, Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy.
All right. You're gonna have to pull yourself up over the bar.
Wait, over it?
Of course.
Scribbles looks
You
at the
do not have
bar.
to do that.
I heard you. Oh dear God. Oh dear plot. Ugh. He looks at the bar. He's just like, I'm watching you, Jeremy. As he tries to pull himself up and over the bar.
I'd say for this one, do athletics, as due to the fact that you're trying to pull yourself up and over.
Yeah, good idea. And nope. Yeah, it's that motion of he's like you're trying so hard, like he can't even like barely bend his arm. It's just like, "Argh! Ah!
Like kicking
Ugh."
his feet. Is he like kicking his feet around too?
He's obviously trying to kick his feet around to try to like get to the sides of the bar, trying to get himself momentum, but it's not working at all.
And grabs your kicking feet like, come on, this ain't the circus. We're not trying to swing here from bar to bar.
Ugh. He tries this again.
Joanne is giving you a few hints and tips on how to pull yourself up, so I'd say do this one with advantage.
Alright, I'll roll my first dice. Okay. The dice are saying no. Okay.
18. Hurrah.
Woo. Yeah,
With an 18. Sorry,
yeah.
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, with an 18, Scribbles, you're able to get your chin over the bar. And Joanne is cheering you on as you do so.
Yeah, he like gets his chin slowly up over the bar. He just starts grabbing the bar to like get himself over. It takes him probably a little bit longer than most people, but he's slowly able to get himself over the bar and like hop down. Ugh. Okay. I was able. Ugh. Oh jeez. Ugh. As he like leads to the side of the bar. He's like he's able to do it, but he's a bit winded.
Take a break and then you'll repeat it again.
Do you have any water?
Joanne, she reaches into her hat. 2. Okay, good. And she pulls out a bottle of water and she hands it over to Scribbles.
Thank you. As he takes the water and downs it. She has not seen a man drink water this fast.
You don't know that she has seen people down more faster.
Baby. But for the size of this little man, she's probably surprised at how fast he downs it.
She thinks he's going to burst from the water alone.
Yeah, exactly. and he's like, okay. He like shakes himself out a little bit. All right. Let's do this again. As he then goes over and tries to do another pull up and over. Does that make it?
Not exactly. You're able to bend your elbows up, but you're not able to get your chin over the bar like last time.
Yeah, he's just like as he just drops down as he like pants.
Come on. Listen, Joanna will force you to repeat this until you can do it consistently. Or at least a little bit more consistently.
Yeah, he's gonna try this again. Yes. With a bit more determination in his eyes, he's able to get up over the bar. And again, still slow, but he's at least able to do it.
Great and glorious. So we don't stay here all day doing pull-ups. We're just going to jump over to the fact that um, Joanne has him do it a couple more times until he's able to do it fairly consistently, or at least able to get his chin over the bar.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough, fair enough.
Hmm.
Alright. You know, I have a little bit more confidence. How about we go back to those hurdles? I don't, I actually do want to try to make it over those.
Great and perfect. And she walks back over to the hurdles. She probably takes a second looking at them before hammering them down just a little bit lower.
He's not gonna say anything, but he's thinking, thank you, Joanne. Like,
I swear, if you trip over these again, she is going to put them so low you can step over them.
Let's see. Don't jinx me.
I'm gonna ever so quickly make a dex check for Joanne.
He at least doesn't get knocked out.
Oh, no.
Well, that's a 20. Re-roll again. You actually typed 29s.
I know, by accident. 5. Joanne isn't fast enough to catch you.
Yeah. It's not a headbang like the last time, but it's more like of a oof of a stomach that is just like he didn't judge it right with the hurdle. And he's just like ran straight into this bar. He just like holds his stomach. It's like oh nope, misjudged that one. Misjudged that one. I'm okay. I'm okay. He's not okay, but he's still saying that he's okay. You have any tips on how to do these better?
I mean, you don't particularly have to jump over them. You could just. She kind of goes up to it and she does one of those fence hops, you know?
And he's just like, oh, right. And that sort of like little part of the brain of his clicks that he could do that. And he's just like,
Listen,
I see.
this isn't track. We're not testing you on how high you can jump, we're testing you on how strong you are.
I mean, he looks at his arms. Not very, but at least I'm slightly getting better.
Oh, and you thought I was born with these muscles?
He shrugged. He shrugs his shoulder. He's like,
Time and effort, baby. You gotta keep working on them.
right. All right, let's try this again. And
Regret skipping gym class now, do you?
he's not gonna make a comment on that. He is not gonna make a comment on that at all. As I'm guessing, I say with that advice, maybe he gets advantage on trying to do this.
Yeah, you can definitely get advantage on this.
Ooh.
15. And
Yeah, good thing good thing for advantage. Yeah. Yeah, like his first instinct when going out to his was jumping. He's like, no, wait. She just told me I could just fence hop this. As he then starts fence hopping these hurdles and eventually gets through. He's like, whew, all right.
Perfection.
Oh, yes. Oh, jeez. Oh.
Feeling all right?
I'm feeling like this is gonna hurt in the morning.
Most certainly is.
Reassuring. Very reassuring. Ugh.
I'd suggest getting a lot of good stretches afterwards.
Yeah, I agree there. I very much agree there.
Wanna
Uh,
take a break and go after the big guy?
he looks at the big guy. He's just like, yes, let's take a break. Ugh. He just like flops down to the ground.
Joanne's just kind of like looking at Scribbles. I'm assuming he kind of just like is laying on the sand.
Yes, he is.
Uh, You know what? Joanne's gonna let you find out for yourself because the sand is like scorching hot.
Let's see. Let's go with a con save and how bad he realizes this.
It's not bad enough that it'll burn you on a net one, but like,
He quickly realizes how hot this sand is and quickly jumps up. He's like, ah!
yeah, don't lie on the sand here.
Is there a better place to rest then?
Joanne brings you back over to the fort and tells you you can take a breather within the cabin.
Yeah, he just goes over to the spot where he goes over to like the bed where he put his clothes on and like puts his clothes to the side of the bed and just lays on the bed. He's like, So,
I am debating with myself. I'm gonna quickly flip a coin.
all right.
Hello there.
Ah! And he just jumps.
Oh,
He
you must be new around here.
uh, and he like looks around and say, wait. He's like, wait, who's this?
Up above your bunk, you find that there is a different nobody. They have very long hair. They have they have circled eyes, and they're also wearing a bit of a red uniform with the same combat boots as you.
Oh, hello. Just here for the day, really. Joanne said that she could help me on getting a bit stronger, and let's just say I've been having a time. Who are you?
I'm California.
California. My name is Scribbles.
Nice to meet you.
Oh,
And she kind of like she kind of gets upside down hanging off her bunker and she shakes your hand.
and he shakes her hand back. Uh, I don't want to sound rude, but you're a nobody, right?
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's really cool. I've heard of nobodies. My dad has worked with has worked with the corporation before, but I have not been able to meet one myself.
You haven't been able to meet one until now?
Yeah, I was not really into business when growing up. I was more into the magical sort of thing, so didn't really see many of them.
So, you haven't met our drill sergeant yet?
Wait, what? As he like sits up a little bit more. Wait, she's a nobody?
Everyone here is a nobody. Well, are you a nobody?
No, no, no. I'm not a nobody. No, I'm not a nobody. But huh. I
Well,
guess
everyone here except for you is a nobody.
huh. I just didn't recognize her right away as a nobody. But I still interesting. Huh. So what made you wanna be here?
There's nothing in particular that actually brought me here. It's just she plucked me out of the crowd and said, "You're coming with me now."
It sounds I've only known Joanne for, well, a little bit, but that does seem to sound like her.
Mhm.
Ugh. I'm originally from UPA, the University City, and though, like I said, my dad is more into business, but I'm more into the more scholarly sort of like stuff.
You can do magic?
Oh yeah, I could do magic. As he then as he then holds out his hands and does and performs what what cantrips do you have today? Prestidigitation. He does like a little bit of sparkles in the air.
And California has. It's just like, wow.
Yes, I'm a wizard. Say I know a lot of magic. Yeah, but I don't. I'm not that very strong. But I've been trying new things out lately, and well, I'm not very sure if I've gone over my. I think I maybe gone over my head a little bit, but I'm at least Joanne is nice to at least give me breaks and stuff.
Yeah, she can be a little pushy, but overall, she's actually really nice, really good.
Yeah, I agree. She is nice. But yeah, do you know how to do magic?
She kind of looks at her own two hands and she tries to do what you're doing, constantly like splashing. And with some time and effort, actually, I'm gonna quickly roll a straight d20 to see what happens. Ooh,
Dang,
nat 20.
nat 20.
As she looks at her own two hands, she does a flick, and now there's like little glitter coming out of her hands. She looks down at it, looks at up at like Scribbles with like stars in her eyes, like I did not know I could do that.
Scribbles is like glowing right now. He's like, yeah, that was prestidigitation. Yes, you it looks like you're a magic user after all.
Yes! And as she like, puts her hands out, she loses her grip on the top bunk and falls straight down.
Oh, whoa! He's gonna he's gonna try with athletics to try to catch her. Yeah, they just become a crumbled like blob on the floor.
That's so cool!
Yeah, magic is really amazing. And say that's just cantrips. There's so many different types of spells that you can learn. It's just like I'm actually a tutorer, and gonna roll for hammer space.
Tutor?
As he takes out his business card and hands it over to California. Yes, I teach for a living, and one of my specialties is magic. If you ever want to learn more about how to be a wizard, I am more than happy for you to come to my apartment and I can teach you.
That. Where is this?
It's back in Toontown.
Toontown. And she's like looking back over the card.
Yeah, and you can see that there's information on the back saying where his apartment is in Toontown and some contact information.
California is like looking over it, having discovered that it also glitters.
Yeah.
And just, and she's just like, wow, I'll see.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, say I'm more than happy to teach any newfound wizard. And say, but as he like gets at the floor and like he like, sorry, he's like, ugh, I gotta do that big obstacle course. Now it's just, that's gonna be a time. You have any tips on doing it?
Hmm. Joanne isn't much on speed as she is on you finishing the course. Speed will come with practice and time.
Scribbles nods. All right, that's a good thing to know. Any tips on how to maneuver through it?
Joanne just not Joanne. California is looking up at Scribbles trying to come up with some advice. don't really have a lot of tips, apart from the fact that, again, time isn't necessary. Just make sure you don't hurt yourself. Take your time.
Yeah, I'm slowly realizing that as he like lifts up a hand to like rub his black eye.
You don't have to rush.
Yeah, I think I'm learning that. All right. As he like takes a deep breath, releases it. All right. Don't rush it. It'll be all right. Thank you, California. I
You're
hope
welcome.
and I hope to see you soon.
I hope to see you soon too. And she goes back to looking over the business card.
And Scribbles smiles as he then nods and then goes back outside to where the obstacle course is, where the big boy obstacle course is.
So, ready to conquer this one?
I think so. I'll take say. I think I'm ready. Yes.
Perfect. And she blows the whistle, prompting you to start.
All right. What should I make first?
It starts off with the hurdles being actually fairly high and tall.
Hmm.
So,
All right. All right. So
so I have to
athletic.
make an athletics check.
All
Yes.
right. All right. It's better.
With a 12, mm, you know what? I'm gonna be nice. You scribble as you jump up. You're taking this slowly. It's a bit higher, and you may be struggling ever so slightly with the height, probably being up to like your head or somewhere. But you make it over every single one of them.
Yeah, and Scribble is smiling like the advice is being paid off. He's just like, yes, I need to take my time with this. Is like just like everything in life. It just takes practice.
The next one is a pull up. Of course it is.
Yeah, of course it is. It's just like, all right, Jerry, let's do this.
That's Terry.
All right, Terry. Still,
9. Ooh.
yeah, still a bit of a struggle.
Terry is a mean one, but Joanne is off in the background cheering you on, telling you you can do it. And soon enough, you hear a second voice joining her. It's California. She came
Aww.
out to watch your progress and she's cheering you on.
Aww. Yes. All right. Do you want? So you want me to roll again then?
Yep, roll again.
Ah, he's really trying. It's like he's not rushing it, but he's still like really trying to pull up. Let's try this one more time. Come on, boy.
No!
I'm guessing the exhaustion hits him, and and he just like drops down to the ground and like huffs a bit.
Alright. Joanne just calls out, like, you sure you want to keep going?
No, I at least want to try one more time.
Well, the bar's waiting.
All right, I can do this. I can do this. Just take it slow. As he tries one more time and say it's better at least, but probably not enough.
I'm, again, not enough to pull yourself over, but you get your chin up over the bar once more.
Yeah, and he just drops back down as he at least is able to get the chin up. Ugh, I at least got the chin up. Is that good before I continue?
Oh, don't ask me. Keep running.
All right. As he continues on.
Alrighty, the next obstacle is going to be the big wall you're gonna have to scale.
All right.
But luckily there is a rope there to help you.
All right. Can I argue then acrobatics?
You know what? Yeah, for the rope acrobatics.
Yeah. Because he at least has a plus modifier. Yes, that's a 16.
With a 16, you're able to scale the rope easier than the two previous obstacles. You climb to the top of the wall, and well, you're gonna have to jump off. And this isn't just a little hop down. No, you're gonna have to leap down.
Yeah, Scribbles is like, here's the thing. It's like, he gets up there, it's like, yeah, I did it. Okay, where's the ladder? And he looks around and is like, wait, where's the ladder? And he looks at Joanne and California and is like, how do I get down?
You jump down.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you gotta drop on down.
Prayer hands for a moment. He's like, okay, okay, drop down. All right, I can do this. As he looks down. And what do you want me to roll for jumping down?
Make a dex check.
All right, Dex it is.
And as
And
you make that, I am ever so quickly just going to.
all right, all right.
Well, well, then you can ignore the two rolls that I have made as you land perfectly fine and sound on the ground.
And like he freezes for a moment, like in that sort of like state of like he just landed. He's like, wait, did I get it? No, yeah, I did, I got it. And he just lifts his hand like his arms up, and is just like yes, sort of motion.
Joanne and California are applauding you. California continues to applaud as Joanne comes over and is like, "That's great! Ha ha! You lived!"
I lived. Oh gosh, I feel so tired.
It's alright.
Ugh. Ugh. Yeah. Uh, thank you, Joanne, for this. I'm still having trouble with some parts, but maybe I can come back some other time and try this again.
Mm-hmm. You can always come back. Yeah, our doors are always welcome. For those wanting to learn. And ever so quickly, I'm going to make a 3. She reaches into her drill sergeant hat and she pulls out a little patch. She hands it over to you, Scribbles, and on it reads Scribbles S.
Huh. Oh, thank you, Joanne.
You put it on your uniform, and she points over to California, who's wearing hers. And upon her uniform, Shoot, I gotta look over the uniforms once more.
It's okay.
You know, for this, yeah. Upon her left reads UMA, and on her right just says California. That same patch.
Scribbles smiles and nods. I see. Yeah, I'll get that on the uniform and I'll come back.
Sure hope you do. Oh, and remember to practice out at the gym.
Right.
It'll help you, and at least you won't die there.
At least,
And she's kind of like laughing.
yeah, he's just sort of like that, like that. Right, I won't die there. But he at least feels a bit better about himself. And he smiles also to California. She's like, yeah, and again, I'll hopefully see you later too. Say you have my card, and I could definitely teach you a few things too.
Actually, I was kind of wondering, could I come with you?
Oh, come with me?
Yeah, I don't actually know where Toontown is, and
I mean, yeah, of course I can show you where Toontown is. I'll give you the grand tour.
you can?
Yes, I can. and I'll show you where my apartment is. So the next time you visit, you can say I could do some tutoring there. Yeah, say I'll show you all around if you don't mind, Joanne.
Well, Joanne has actually left before you could start this conversation, having waved to you goodbye already.
Oh, okay. That all right. That all right. Then that's good. Okay. He's like, yeah. I say, I'll definitely, yeah, come with me. I say, we can relax for the rest of the day, and I'll show you around.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. And she kind of puts her finger up to let her prepare, get her stuff packed together, and she runs back out, waiting at the front gate, kind of bouncing.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, and I bet Scribbles, like, while she's packing, also changes out of his clothes back to his regular clothes, too. So they'll be able to go right away.
and I'm going to end the FPS here because,
Yeah.
oh boy, we're over our time limit.
Oh, it's okay. It's only a little over. But yeah, this is a good place to end it off. I say thank you so much for listening into this FPS. I say thank you, BB, for doing this. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you.
I say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.